a result, fear is generated in the minds of large number of people. Our universities are captured, education is being changed, and this particular approach is very subtle, where people are planted in the right places to bring about generational change. And that bothers many of us a great deal. Second is that the civil society is basically killed. All NGOs, and I have lots of friends who run NGOs of all kinds, are being harassed in the name of foreign exchange violations, income tax fraud, or whatever little issue they come up with. I am also on bail because of the court case on National Herald. I'm on the board of National Herald. The entire case is bogus. It has been going on for 8 years. Nothing has happened, but it's always in media. Third issue is very fundamental, and that is the mindset of the people has completely changed, so they don't think logically, rationally, or approach things in a scientific way. There is this mad rush behind whatever BJP says is the truth. And people lie, mistrust, create hate. And I think in the last 9 years, we have really crossed the limit. Last week there was a report from the US government on religious freedom. I don't know how many of you have seen the report. I have a copy of it. And this report is very damaging. It talks about what is going on in India. Because the narrative in India is very different. Is that Prime Minister is the leader of the world. Every little credit goes to Prime Minister. Nobody has done anything. And Prime Minister keeps telling that nothing happened in the last 75 years. That everything happened in last 9. And as if India was sleeping for 75 years. As opposed to what he says, the reality is very different. India is what India is today because the seeds were planted by the right people. I remember when I went to India to work on telecom in 1981-82, we had 2 million telephones. It used to take 10 years to get a telephone connection. In a short span of 40 years, we have 1.2 billion phones and we generate $200 billion worth of software service exports. Credit goes to Rajiv Gandhi. Credit goes to Congress Party because they really had the political will to support people like me and lots of young people. Nothing happens in a country of this size by an individual. It requires a whole lot of people to collectively work to get things done. We should be too excited about the victory in Karnataka because we have a long way to go. Hard work just begins now. Next state elections and then federal election. BJP strategy has been keep telling people that nothing got done for 75 years. Keep telling people that Congress is going to die and attack Gandhi family personally, collectively, and all their colleagues. I've been with the Congress from day one. I grew up in a Gujarati family in a small little tribal village in Orissa, But right in front of my house was a Muslim family. We were 3 brothers and 5 sisters. They had 5 brothers and 3 sisters. On the left was a Jain family, on the right was a Sikh family, and on the back was a Oriya tribal family. We all lived together as part of one big family. We all played together, we all ate together. No one ever thought that this kid is a Muslim kid or this kid is a Punjabi Sardar kid. That's the India I grew up with. I grew up with India where there were pictures of Gandhi, Patel, Maulana Azad, Nehru, and Subhash Chandra Bose. The India I grew up with, though I was born in British Raj, was very much about Gandhian idea of India. Truth, trust, love were the core of our values. We believed in diversity, inclusion, democracy, and justice. At the end of the day, democracy is all about justice. Justice to everyone, and not to a small group of people. To treat everyone with dignity and respect. Give everyone same opportunity. We have a long way to go. And I believe Congress has the right ideas. We have also made mistakes. We have not been able to deliver all that we could have, but we have come a long way. In 47, literacy in India was 14%. Now it is 85%. Life expectancy was about 54, now it is close to 76. In 80s, population was half of what it is today. There was time when people thought we will not be able to feed India. We can feed 1.4 billion people and we have surplus food. All our people can be fed and we can have enough food to feed others. That's a big accomplishment. I came to America just about 60 years ago. I took a boat from Mumbai to Karachi, Karachi to Aden, Aden to Egypt, Egypt to Naples, Naples to Genoa, took a train from Genoa to London, plane from London to New York, and a bus from New York to Chicago. I came here when there were 400 people of Indian origin in Chicago. It took 4 years before we could go get besan. When we first found out that there is besan available in Chicago, we were all so excited that we could make kadhi and we could eat pakoda. Indian community has come a long way. Indians are all over now, in big companies, banks. Right now we are planning for Rahul's visit. And let me tell you that every important organization in Washington, every, as a young Indian running the show. There may be a big senator like me, 80-year-old. But the little kid managing is not only Indian, but 70% are Indian girls. It's amazing. I'm telling you, I'm completely shocked. Smart kids, dedicated. That's one group of people. Then you have Satya Nadellas and Sundar Pichai, and then you have doctors, and then you have lawyers, and then you have businessmen. Indians are all over. As Indian Overseas Congress, we are in 32 countries. Rahul and I went to Dubai. We had 50,000 people came to hear him. Just to give you an idea, we had 1,100 buses lined up for 10 kilometers to bring people into the auditorium. That's the love and affection Congress party and he gets when we go out. Indian community is still very much connected with India. Indian community is not only sending money in India, but Indian community is also doing business in India. NRIs have a big role to play, like all of you. Many of you have been here for many, many years, but you still have deep roots in India. So I am very happy to be a part of this community. I lived in Chicago for 60 years and I have lots of friends. I don't meet them regularly, but whenever I connect, it looks like we have restarted our relationship. So I'm happy that you organized this. I'm happy that you all could come here, celebrate with us, but I want you to know that we have a long way to go. Don't sit idle for next at least 12 months. You've got to be on your toe. You've got to really worry about every little details for next election, because next election is going to be a major milestone for India. There are two roads to pick. If you pick a wrong road, you are finished. It will burn. India will burn, I believe. I shouldn't say it this way, but I'm afraid. If we select the right road, we will flourish. Today, unemployment is a challenge. You have serious problem with inflation, security, fear, and opportunities are limited. For India to grow, you need peace. And peace can only come when your neighbor is your brother. When everybody works together. Without peace, there is no prosperity. It is not just a word, peace. You want to live in comfort. You should be able to walk anywhere. You should be able to go any community and feel at home. When that is threatened, and that's what is happening today, you see the fireworks coming. And I worry about it. I worry every day, and I tell you, I spend a lot of time. Whatever little I can do, I want to do it. But I'm just one little guy. We need all of you to join hands and do your bit. And don't ask, just do it. What can you do? You can talk to people in India. You can convince them of the right things. You can explain to them that there is no sense in discriminating people based on religion, race, sex, caste. I have no problem drinking water or eating with Dalit. He's my cousin. I have no problem eating beef with him. I don't care. I'm not supposed to eat beef, but I do, unfortunately. But that's okay. That's my choice. That's what democracy is all about. Don't tell me what to eat. Don't tell me who to marry. Don't tell me what I should enjoy. I am a part of a democracy. Democracy is being threatened everywhere. 2 years ago, I wrote a book on redesigning the world. I'm just finishing another book on democracy at crossroads. I believe democracy is at crossroads all over the world. US saw it with Trump. Hungary is having a problem. Turkey is having a problem. Brazil had a problem. UK has a problem. EU has a problem. And I think it is time for all democracies to come together and really celebrate freedom, liberty, justice. And these are not just words. These words require huge amount of institutional backup. America could come back to normal because the American institutions responded properly. When Trump told somebody that fix my vote, there was a courageous man at the back who said, I won't do it. If he didn't have the courage, we wouldn't be where we are. And that's the kind of courage is missing in India. I don't want to give you a big lecture, but I feel that I need to communicate to you, my friends, my concerns. I want you to be very sensitive and alert and not take this victory lightly. And don't feel that now everything is going to be very simple. It's going to be very difficult. You'll have to fight for your freedom. You'll have to stand up to be counted. And you'll have to have courage. Gandhiji always talked about courage. What is missing in India in many places is just courage. You don't have people who will stand up and say things that need to be said. Because they are afraid. Because lots of people have skeletons in the closet. So if you have skeletons in the closet, you worry about somebody opening your closet. You all don't have problem. You don't have skeletons in the closet. So you got to speak up. And that's why when we go abroad, we get better here. Rahul is coming here. It is not public, so I don't want to publicize it. But as a group of family and friends, I can share with you. And this is not for the press. We'll be here. We'll spend 2 days in San Francisco. Then we spend 2 days in Washington and 2 days in New York. We have lots of meetings planned with think tanks, universities, 1,000 people in San Francisco, 200 people dinner in Washington, all kinds of activities, interviews. Program is jam-packed. To a point we don't even have half an hour flexibility because we got to worry about transport and all that. It has been worked out. And he does a great job when he gets chance to interact with people. He doesn't like to broadcast like Mann Ki Baat. He likes to interact. And that's what Indian democracy is all about, is to listen to people. So we hope that we get good reception here on the Capitol Hill. We are not here to complain, but we are here to share what is going on in India. Indian democracy is the biggest democracy in the world, and we owe it to the people to tell them the real situation on the ground. We are not asking for anybody to come and help us. We can deal with our problems. But we want to share with you what is needed. So with this, once again, I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you for organizing. Thank you, our cricket leader, for being with us. And like he would say, we have a lot of sixes to hit. So get ready for it. Thank you.